Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. If you find that this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. So, chosen, I'm coming on to just do a general message. We're going to tap into the energy and see what it is that you all need to know at this time. So we'll start off with my Declare and Decree deck. Y'all know to email me if you want to order any of my decks, any of my services. Okay, it's in the description box. So let's see. Whatever comes out in this message, you're going to write it down on paper and burn it to clear it from your energy. So let's see what's coming through the Declare and Decree deck. Ooh, that's too many, y'all. I can't take that many. I'm just going to pull a card. So I have all fear of living and dying is now destroyed from my energy and spirit and in flesh. All fear of living and dying is now destroyed from my energy and spirit and in flesh. I'm going to pull another one. All feelings of defeat and powerlessness are now destroyed from my energy and spirit and in flesh. All feelings of defeat and powerlessness are now destroyed from my energy and spirit and in flesh. So those two declarations, you want to put it on paper and burn it. All right, let's jump right into the message and see what's going on with the chosen. What is it that you all need to know at this time? Let's see. So first card out, speak your world into being, Gemini energy. Speaking your world into existence. What is it that you want? Put it out there. You know, be very specific, very detailed. And the main thing is to have faith and to make sure that your thoughts are consistent with what you're speaking into existence. So that's how you create. So you're being encouraged to speak your world into being. I also have the card of truth. So it's something about speaking your truth here. Something about communication for sure. I feel that there's some clarity that you've also gained here. Whatever this truth is, it's going to bring about a lot of change into your life here. It could feel a little chaotic for some reason, but it's still the truth. And so speaking your truth into existence is very important at this time. Communication is what I'm picking up here. Honest, straightforward, direct communication. From the heart. Heart chakra energy is coming through. Wisdom is at the bottom of the deck. So many of you, you know, this message keeps coming out. So it's clear that many of you have a purpose that deals with speaking your truth from a space of spiritual wisdom specifically, okay? And if it's not strictly spiritual wisdom, it could be wisdom surrounding love, family, wisdom concerning the politics or the matrix, you know, but it's something about bringing that wisdom forward. And it will require for you to walk away from some people, because you see this person is looking back and there's two people behind them at that home. So it's almost like leaving your foundation or where you were rooted, leaving what you're accustomed to and being loyal and committed to this wisdom and this truth here. So there's something that you're being called to speak concerning wisdom here. Some of you have been reading up on things and you've been coming into remembrance of certain things here. Others of you, you're actually reading the energy and you're accessing your Akashic records and you're tapping in, you know, activating that DNA. And so certain truths are being downloaded into you to where you're being prepared to speak this truth here. So let's see. I have stand your ground. It looks like whatever this truth is going to bring about some form of opposition, some form of pushback. Everybody's not going to be happy with what they hear, but it's not about coddling anybody or rubbing any bellies. It's about speaking directly from what's being placed within you. Not regurgitating or remixing someone else's messages, but speaking the messages that are coming to you authentically. And there's going to be some opposition here with stand your ground. So now I'm going to clarify these cards that's come out. We're going to clarify, speak your truth first. Speak your truth. This truth is also coming through your lessons that you have learned throughout life here. Let's see. This is also about the lessons that you have learned here. Queen of Swords, Six of Swords, Two of Swords. Lots of air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But even if you're not an air sign energy deals with communication. So unbiased judgment, direct communication. You're very perceptive of situations, like you're clear-minded, your head is clear, so you're not clouded, you're not, you know, looking at life from an angle of illusions or a smoke screen. You see things very clearly. So the Queen of Swords is always very direct, okay? Very direct in the truths that she speaks. And this is actually taking you forward in a positive direction. It's moving you into a new direction because you're very direct and honest here. It's bringing about a transition in your life where you're leaving a whole lot of other things behind and releasing baggage. It's allowing you to finally move on from a very chaotic cycle. Some of you are still at a crossroads as to whether or not you want to speak this truth, because maybe it might hurt some people. It might break some hearts. It might bring some sort of upheaval. Some people might feel like you're being dishonest or deceptive for whatever reason because they're having a hard time accepting whatever this truth is. But regardless of that, that's why you're being called to stand your ground, because all of these cards is clarifying stand your ground. The number 7 is here, so that deals with spirituality. So for some of you, this is a truth that's spiritual, where you're going to have to stand your ground against opposition, but you're moving from your heart space here. You're coming from a space of love, but you're being very direct and honest at the same time, because you understand the mind play and the games of the world that we live in. Everything is about illusions, and it's about what moves you emotionally and what's popular, or what does this person believe, what does grandma believe, what does auntie or uncle believe, rather than what's being shown to you because of your own personal journey. And so this is going to bring about a little bit of pushback, but I feel like you've got this. You're pretty much firm in your boundaries, and you're clear about who you are, who you're becoming. So let's clarify truth. Let's clarify truth. 10 of Swords. There's another Swords card here. The truth is being clarified by the 10 of Swords, which deals with pain, betrayal, loss, defeat. Okay, deep-seated wounds. That's what the 10 of Swords is all about. And so this truth that you're speaking is, you might have to directly communicate to a particular person or a group of people, whether it's family members, friends, lovers, whatever. Or this could be you communicating openly to the world, like on a social platform. But whichever direction you're coming from, you're speaking from an angle of experience. The Queen of Swords does not become the Queen of Swords just from, with a lack of wisdom. Like this woman or this person, because you could be a male or a female, possesses lots of wisdom because of what they've gone through, though. And so they get to a space where they learn a lot of very vital lessons, and they take all of that knowledge and they transmute it into wisdom, to where now it's like, okay, I understand that I have to ask more questions. I have to be more direct in what I want. I have to be more open when it comes to communication, no longer coddling people's emotions or trying to be a people pleaser, but rather protecting myself, protecting what I love by speaking my truth, being direct and straightforward. And if people don't like it, then they just don't like it, but that's not your problem. It's that type of angle that you're coming from here, because you've gone through a lot and you've gotten back up from this, though. So that's what the truth is dealing with. The 10 of Swords, the pain, speaking your truth when it comes to what you have gone through, but also what you have overcome. Because you're not in victimhood mentality. This is not about crying victim or woe is me type of communication. This is more or less like, I see the truth. I'm very clear about what took place. I'm very clear about what it's going to take in order for me to move forward in a positive direction. And I'm also very clear about what I don't want to repeat based on what I've already experienced. And so you're speaking that truth unapologetically. That's what I'm picking up here. You're just wise. You've gained a whole lot of wisdom, and you're standing up for yourself. You're protecting your energy here. So I'm going to clarify. I'm going to use my Heal Yourself deck to clarify this 10 of Swords. What is this 10 of Swords here? But it's showing a completion of that cycle. No more of that. Okay, you're back on your throne now. No more of the betrayal, allowing certain things to take place over and over again. see, lacks compassion or empathy, you was dealing with people who lack compassion. That's why the heart chakra is here. You dealt with people who lack compassion, and they hurt you time and time and time again, and it didn't even faze them. They didn't even think twice about it. It was easy for them to do because for whatever reason, they got a kick out of seeing you down. Why? Why did they lack compassion or empathy? Let's see. Because some of you want to know. Maybe some of you want to know, why did you go through what you went through? Why did people treat you the way that they did? Or why did a particular person... So the Ten of Swords, we're talking about the pain and the betrayal. So yes, why? Why did you have to go through this Ten of Swords? Why was it so painful? Why did people lack compassion? Look at this. I told you, they got a kick. This is somebody who is gratified. Nine of Cups. They find self-gratification from seeing you burdened, weighed down, heavy, carrying the load by yourself, doing it all on your own. They found gratification from seeing you in that energy, okay? Putting in all the hard work, taking on all the extra responsibilities while they sat back and, you know, did whatever brought them, you know, a sense of false pleasure in a moment. This could have been someone who was very overindulgent, very egotistical, all about themselves, never caring about anyone else, but it was all about self, okay? Meanwhile, you was out here putting in all of this work, all of this extra effort. And as you can see, this person, I don't know who this person could be in your life, but whoever they are, it could be multiple people who just, you know, they will fold their hands, even though they had free hands to kind of lift this weight off of you and to give you a little bit of assistance so that you didn't have to be burdened and overloaded with a lot of things. They still sat back and crossed their arms and watched you with a smirk on their face as they continued to do whatever brought them some sense of false pleasure. And that's where the betrayal came from. These people, they lack compassion and empathy. They didn't care that you was weighed down and that you was carrying all of this extra responsibility. It didn't bother them, not one bit. So now this is you speaking your truth to let them know, yes, now you are in the Queen of Swords energy, which is, I'm not worried. This ain't about belly rubbing. I don't care about your emotions. You're not even emotional when it comes to the way that you're communicating with them. You're more or less just straightforward and direct because you have learned some very vital lessons that has caused you to be cold towards particular people. And it's not because you don't still have an open heart. You're still a good person, but you just know who to share that energy with and who to protect from your energy by standing your ground. You know who you can actually open your heart up to. And so it took a lot for you to get to this place of being able to say no. That's what I'm hearing directly, just saying no. So the number 10 is here twice, 10, 10. That's a completion of that cycle. No more carrying the burden and to the point where you end up flat on your face. Carrying things that's so heavy, that's weighing you down so much that you end up flat on your face because you have people that's constantly betraying you, causing one situation, one stumbling block, one obstacle after another. Meanwhile, they're sitting back smiling and happy that you are going through all of this pain, okay? They find joy in it. I mean, this is a sick energy. Whoever this person is, they're very sick-minded, okay? The Sun card is here, but it's in the reverse. Somebody is not happy. Now there's this energy of depression that I'm picking up here. And I mean, likely that's because of the karma that's coming through, okay? Look at this. Somebody's going through challenging times. It ain't easy now. With the number 5 there, oh yeah, it's real difficult out here in these spiritual streets and these physical streets because the scales are now balancing out. Justice is now working out. Regardless of which side of the spectrum you know a person stands on, it's still going to balance the energy, okay? Look at that. Giving and receiving. This, I feel like whoever this person is, bottom of the deck says refusing to see. They refuse to see the truth. Because why? They still lack compassion or empathy for what they did to you. But meanwhile, they're going through all of these challenges and they're sitting up there guarding themselves like now they want to be defensive. Now they're the one who's the victim, right? That's the energy that they're projecting. But at the same time, they want you to give to them. At the same time, they have their hands out. This could be multiple people who are taking losses because they're going through these challenging times, but they refuse to see the reason why they're going through these challenging times is because they literally sat back and watched you struggle and found joy and pleasure in it. And many of them didn't just watch, but they actually helped to increase the number of obstacles that you was going through and still found pleasure in doing that. And so now they want something from you. Now they feel like you should be willing to give to them, whether it's of your time, your energy, your love, your finances, your resources, your connections, helping to put them on to something, whatever the case may be. Now they want you up in their energy. How foolish is that? It's very selfish. But this person or this group of people, they've been selfish for a very long time. This is how they've been operating. But I feel like for a while you held on, you carried this energy, and you didn't give yourself permission to see the truth of what was really going on. But now you're no longer refusing to see the truth. You've gained clarity, and this is why you're in the Queen of Swords energy, whereas the other people who worked up against you, they're now refusing to see the truth of what they've done. And so they're having a hard time accepting. So for them to have their hands out, look at that. The world is in a reverse. The cycle is closed out. Oh my gosh. The Empress is right behind the world. Oh my goodness. Queen of Pentacles is right behind the Empress. Five of Wands is in the reverse. You're no longer even interested in fighting or going up against these people. It's not even worth your time or your energy. Okay? You might give them a couple of words. Okay? Queen of Swords. Very straightforward, very direct. We ain't wasting no time when it comes to communication. Let's get right to the point. And once the point is made, we're going to cut this conversation. I'm moving on into calmer waters because I won't stand here and battle back and forth with you because we both know what it is. Regardless of the fact that they are refusing to see the truth, you both know what it is, right? We all know what it is. We all know the history and the patterns and the things that took place in the past and the karma, the drama, the competition, the chaos. It's very clear. But the World card strongly indicates that cycle is now over. No more of that. You're stepping over that threshold into something brand new. Your life is changing in drastic ways because you have released these energies from your life. You will no longer stay in competition or allow yourself to be surrounded by a circle of people who only want to fight, who only want conflict, who only want drama, and they thrive off of that. You sit on your throne. You will not allow anyone to take you up off of that thing. You're fertile. You got a lot of abundance that you are creating and attracting to you. You are a master manifester. You're an alchemist. You know how to transmute energy. You know how to plant seeds and nurture them and to bring gifts into fruition. You give birth to new ideas every day. And you have the abundance to support those ideas to actually bring them all the way into fruition. This is why you have the Queen of Pentacles here with the Four of Wands right behind that. An overflow harvest of abundance that allows you to have a stable, solid foundation, and people are grieving because they are not welcome in your celebration. They are not welcome to join you in this newfound happiness that you have created for yourself. For you is water under a bridge, but for them, this is their reality. Three of Cups in the reverse. This is their reality. They're focused on the spilled cups. They're focused on what can never be again. And now, they're ashamed. That's why this person is, they're hiding themselves. They're hanging their head low. They're ashamed of what they've done. They're ashamed that they did not take advantage of the opportunity to give equally to a relationship that could have been very healthy and motivational and uplifting for the both of you. Or for all of you. Because I see a lot of people here. It's quite a few people. It's not just one person for most of you. This is multiple people who abused and misused their positions in your life and didn't appreciate you when you was giving of your love. And at a time where you might have been a little bit too passive, a little bit naive, or maybe even fearful of letting people go because you was still dealing with some abandonment issues. But now you've overcome these things because the Empress knows how to heal herself. She knows what to do to get herself into alignment. And so you've done the work to heal yourself. You've nurtured yourself back to health. You've nurtured yourself back to alignment and gotten back into your divinity. Again, you have sat back on your throne. You have adjusted your crown. And nobody is going to take you up out of this energy. And so it's this thing of, folks are grieving. And the number 5 is coming out a few times. They're going through challenging times at this point in their life. They refuse to see the truth as to why things are thriving. You're doing well, but yet and still, things may not be going so well for them. It doesn't look like it with the challenging times card. They running into obstacles. Every time they look up, it's something new. But every time they look over at you, it's something new, but it's more success. It's more forward movement. It's more abundance. It's more growth. You're looking more beautiful, more handsome by the day. And while they sitting over here still holding on to the past, having a hard time letting it go. They still haven't changed. They've done nothing to transform because this is the energy of refusal to change. And they refuse to accept the fact that you have moved forward. Look at that. The world is showing up again. Okay, the cycle has truly closed. You are now stepping over this threshold to congregate and to celebrate with like-minded individuals. No more of the fakeness, okay? Because the 3 of Cups came out in the reverse before, and now it's in the upright with the World card. No more fake relationships. You'll step over this threshold alone, which many of you had to do, and wait for divine timing to lead you towards genuine friendships and unions and partnerships, romantic, whatever. But you'll happily step over this threshold alone if it means that you're leaving behind unhealthy relationships with people who are no more than just gossipers. They're haters. They're in competition with one another. They're in competition with you, Misery loves company. Look at that. I'm cutting the deck at the Empress again. Y'all are truly seated on your throne. Don't get it twisted, okay? Folks, they can't miss this Empress energy. So many of you are Empresses, Emperors out there. The dominant energy of those of you who's watching right now is the Divine Feminine. But with the 3 of Pentacles here, now people want to work with you. They want to collaborate with you. Let me clarify the Empress. Y'all have really stepped your game up. And so when you're in the Empress mode, when you are in your divinity, the Most High will deny nothing from you. Everything that you deserve, everything that's your inheritance and your birthright, you receive it. Okay? You receive it because you've earned it. You cannot become the Empress or the Emperor without doing the work. Yeah, look at this. The Empress is clarified. Oh my gosh. The Empress is clarified with release. You shed that old skin. You've gained your enlightenment. Okay, you've overcome. You are transparent. You have created a solid foundation for yourself. You're rooted. That you are rooted in this new energy, this transformative energy. You're rooted in that. You have literally put to rest the old version of yourself and shed those old layers. And then what I have here is well-deserved reward. Didn't I tell y'all the Most High will deny nothing? Nothing will be denied from you because you have elevated. Okay? You are at a vantage point where you get to see it all. You see how high this person stands, and they stand with confidence, courage, and power, knowing that they have earned this position of where they stand. Everybody can't get to this point because you got to go through a lot to get this high in your energy. With the number 9 on that card, that cycle of what you had to go through has been completed. Okay? That painful cycle of constant pushback has been completed. People know not to mess with you. They might try their hand and see like, okay, can I slip one in? But when the Queen of Swords comes out, when you put that sword of truth up in front of their faces, people have a hard time because, see, now in the age of Aquarius, see, in the past, you might have been able to tell a person like, look, you know you did this to me. You know you did that to me. You know you treated me like this. And for whatever reason, when that Pisces energy still existed in the age of Pisces, people was able to create illusions in their mind like, no, that wasn't the case. They would gaslight you. They would tell you, you're thinking, you're crazy, you're illusional, you're insecure, okay? You are just acting like a victim. when they knew it was the truth. But now here in the age of Aquarius, when you put the mirror up in front of people and you show them the truth, it's undeniable. The energy is shifted, and it's so undeniable to the point where the truth reflects in how you live, how you're growing, how you're evolving, how wealth is coming to you, how you're able to maintain your foundation. Whereas it's also reflecting in how karma is kicking their asses and how they're going through all of these challenging times, obstacles, challenges. The truth is in the pudding, okay? This says control. Folks, they wanted to control you, but you also have gained self-control to where no one can come in and get you off of your square, regardless of how hard they try. Look at this, because you've healed. The chains have been broken. Y'all have done generational curse breaking out there, and you have broken the chains that kept you bound. No longer are you chained and bound and underneath someone else's control. No longer are you being controlled by society and the belief systems that they have implanted into your ancestors, or social media tells you is beautiful or is right or makes you wealthy or makes you popular. You are not controlled by the matrix by no means. You have broken these chains, not just for yourself, but for your ancestors who watch over you, who's constantly your eyes and ears behind the scenes, your angels and your ancestors. These chains have been broken. So you can't be controlled because you've healed. See, when you were still dealing with abandonment issues that you might have suppressed, or sexual traumas, or, heartbreak, or lack mentality, folks could come in and control you or control your responses to certain things by nitpicking, backstabbing, gossiping. They could say one thing that would trigger you. They could do these things. That's how you know somebody steals. Someone else has control. If they can come in and trigger a response from you in a way that lowers your vibrations, that's when you know they still have control. But because you have healed and you've broken those chains, they ain't got nothing to pull on. They don't have a umbilical cord to feed off of. They can't siphon your energy from nothing because there's nothing to attach you to them and that low vibrational frequency. There's no lack mentality. There's no fear. There's no shame. There's no guilt. Okay? There is no abandonment issues, lack of self-love. There's none of that. You've broken those chains, and this is why folks got to approach you. They got to come to you way different, okay? I got the card to reach out. Look, you in your own zone. You're in your own zone being held up and lifted up by your spiritual team. So folks want to reach out to you. They want to reach out, but you're just like, yeah, no, negative. Move around, please. I got other things to do. I got other things to do. This says opportunity beckons. You got other opportunities that's being presented to you, and you don't want to waste your energy towards a whole bunch of karmics. I feel like you realize that they had their time, and they've exhausted that time, okay? Now you're going to use your time wisely to feed into those things that feed back into you. Love those that love you. Support those that support you. Give to those that give to you. It doesn't have to be matching in terms of how they're giving back to you, but at least give something back to match the energy. Maybe not what, the physical gift or the words or whatever, but to give something back. These people was just takers because they lacked compassion and empathy, and it was all about self-gratification. So look at this. This says choose your battles. See, you choosing your battles. You're not about to waste your time dealing with this foolery, okay? You're not going to waste your time dealing with all of these combative spirits and folks that just unhappy with their life, crabs in a barrel mentality that just want to be in competition, and they ain't got nothing to be in competition with. They need to be in competition with themselves. Compete with the old version of you and say, I can become a greater version of who I used to be, rather than competing with a divine being over here who's just minding their business and focused on becoming even more divine. Focused on becoming the better version of yourself every single day. That's all y'all doing. So People are feeling some type of way. They'll get over it though. Life moves on, and I feel like you've most definitely done that. You got, look at that, Three of Wands, Page of Wands. Okay, fired up, full of energy. Two of Wands is here, full of energy, fired up, ready to move towards a brand new beginning. 3 plus 1 equals 4. Four of Wands is that foundation. You're creating something new, something solid, something stable. You see where these creative ideas and this newfound passion and this non-traditional way of doing things and thinking is taking you. There's the King of Swords to match the Queen of Swords. You're speaking truths. People know not to play with you. This is a person that's in their authority, okay? The King of Swords does not play, but the King of Swords is very honest, very direct, very straightforward, full of wisdom and intellect. And you can't pull nothing, no wool over the King of Swords, Queen of Swords energy. You can't do it, okay? The moon is here. Let's see. The moon is like this energy of the unknown. Let's clarify the moon. But I feel like for the moon to come out right behind the King of Swords, it strongly indicates that there's nothing that's hidden from you. You have clarity even about those things that people think is in the dark. Because your spiritual team is constantly, your eyes and ears, giving you those spiritual downloads, whether it's vision, spiritual downloads, whether it's dreams, okay? Whether it's synchronicities. So the moon, ooh, that card, it just plopped right out of my hand. Let me see what this says here. Clarified by take the lead, okay? You're being called to step into a leadership position. I feel like people, they think they know your next move. They think they know where life is going for you. They think they know what's in the stars for you, but they really don't have a clue. And I feel like that things are getting ready to evolve in a great way. Maybe there's something that your spiritual team has shown you. The Most High has given you some clarity about your purpose here. Look at that, the crown chakra. You have divine faith. You got a message. You got a divine message that told you there's some sort of leadership position or something that you're getting ready to do. And people, they have no idea. They have no idea, but they think they know, but they don't know. You're being taken to high heights, okay? You already have a very high spiritual ranking as it is. And so it's going to manifest in a physical. There has to be a physical reflection of everything that's spiritual. So because you have a high ranking in the spiritual realm, there's some sort of high ranking position that you will have here in the physical as well. Whether it's in your family, you're the matriarch or the patriarch of the family, whether it is a business, you having your own business and, being that boss, that leader, whether it's guiding and directing others, a high priestess, high priest, hierophant, whatever it is that you're being called to do, you're being given a leadership position. The love card is here, which is also the lovers. Wow, hold on, y'all, because I just literally cut the deck at teach. I told you, you're being placed into this high-ranking position. And for me, the lovers, it could indicate that you're coming into union with another divine masculine or feminine, like your divine partner, for sure. But it can also indicate that you're coming into union with yourself. Your own divine masculine and feminine is balanced. And so that's why you're ready to evolve and to take on whatever this position is, because you're in alignment with your purpose, your destiny. But we're looking at the teach card here, which I told you, you get this high-ranking position, whether you're a high priest, a high priestess, a hierophant, some sort of teacher, some sort of leader, because you have such high ranking in the spiritual realm, you're being given this position in the physical. And we started off with the card of wisdom and truth and speak your truth into existence, which it carries us right back here towards the end, because we're at the end of this message, to you bringing all of that wisdom and truth to others, people who really need to hear what you have to bring to the world, and they're welcoming of your wisdom, they're welcoming of your truth, they're welcoming of the lessons and the clarity that you have, because they recognize that you are who you say you are, and you have experienced the things that you speak on. And they also recognize that you're well read in particular areas, depending on what you're being called to teach. But this is going to bring an ascension. You teaching others allows you to ascend, and others learning from you allows them to ascend. And we all continue to ascend together as we take on our assignments, because eventually these students become teachers and they go on to teach others. And so this is a really powerful energy of perseverance, healing, transformation, and true wisdom that's been gained by the chosen. I'm going to take one more card to close out here. So I have here nurture. So you're being called to nurture your gifts, nurture the seeds that you have planted, continue to nurture yourself, but you are a nurturer for others as well. You're a natural healer, okay? You're a natural healer. You're connected to all of the elements, okay? Earth is constantly activating your DNA and awakening your gifts of being able to heal yourself and others. You're gaining a lot of spiritual messages from nature. When you're out in nature, it's a very, very powerful thing for you, especially with the sun around her crown. It just shows that you have elevated in that Christ consciousness, but that your crown chakra is also very much so balanced here. And so you have that divine spark whenever you want to draw in to gain some sort of knowledge is easily accessible to you, as you can see in this card. Whatever knowledge you're seeking is easily accessible to you. So that's my message for you all. I'll just show you the card at the bottom of the deck. The number 3 stands out really strongly too. Share the love. You see all those people, those shadows there. Share the love, because you're being gifted. It's an overflow of wisdom and abundance and, creativity. So you're being called to share that love. You don't have to give all of it. Obviously, you know how to set healthy boundaries for those who want to take advantage and say, give, 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 give. I'm going to take, and give nothing back. No, we ain't working like that. But the energetic exchange of giving and receiving, keeping that in alignment and balanced, it's a lot of beautiful things that's coming towards you all. So that's my message. If you want to get a follow-up reading, a personal reading concerning this particular message, let me know. Or for any other messages, my personal readings, you ask whatever you want to know. This lifetime, past lifetime, other realms, dimensions, whatever, we tap into the energy, because energy never dies. It could only be transferred or transmuted, so I could tap into any energy at any time. So that's my message for you all. I love you. I'll talk to you all next time.